think I'm just going to go get a cheeky little can of kombucha and I'll be ready to play.
What? Fancy. Living the good life.
Oh yes, that's it. The widespread availability of kombucha is a nice thing. I'm quite a big fan now.
Have I
Yeah,
not had
I've had either.
It's like
I
a
feel like-
fermented.
Yeah, is it like
drink.
super sour or something?
It's quite sour. Yeah, it's a fermented tea.
Maybe I've tried it. I'm not sure.
Fermented, usually carbonated as well.
I'm honestly not sure.
So, who wants to give us a summary of what happened last time?
I can find my notes.
The old note taker should do a good job of that.
Started at the vault and ended.
Yes, I
In the
haven't too many
pits.
notes actually. Not
Ended
too many
up here.
notes. Yes. So the bodies. I spelled bodies wrong. Wow, awful. Correct that. Got a Y in bodies. Ooh. The bodies of the guards writhed and became Nurglings. We beat them, and Tibor, who was with us, suspected the black scale coil. Morgan was not so sure. As I've written, as it's a bit much. So I guess that's what Morgan was up to. Kassan. I think we came to the theory conclusion that whatever's happened to Cradle is what's causing the disease. Something's gone wrong. Maybe it's been corrupted or of some sort. We went to the HR department to try and find the 5th dwarf guard and got the address of a Jamie L. Nera, a Free Guild member of the Red Machetes, who were based in Anchor Point. So we went over there. Molasses did a little perching, and then the soldier boys went barreling in to do a bit of interrogation, and found out that Captain Jamie had been acting weird, stinking of booze and smoke, and visited the Crow's Nest bar before he disappeared. They thought he was ensnared by a darkling sorceress. So we headed over to the Crow's Nest, and on the way, apparently encountered the Liberators and Liberator Prime. I don't remember that at all. What was that?
That was like the quarantine barricade kind of thing.
It's ringing bells, but I can't remember.
You crossed into a zone 3,
Oh, that was it. Yes, there was we had to sneak round.
a level 3
Sneak round.
county. Yeah.
That was it. Yes, the quarantine. Yes, that was no good. Got to the Crow's Nest, and Molasses and Carrich snuck in, feeling that the Stormguard might stick out like a storm thumb. So he left them outside, went inside, and snuck down to the fighting pits. Very clever sneaking it was. Very skillful.
Oh yeah.
Totally bamboozled the belt, so he was
Can you hear me again?
almost an impassable guard. You can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, right, because I was talking to myself previously. I was trying to answer your questions, but anyway. Carry on.
Well, got some answers. I'm heading down to fight, so a fighting pit. We met someone called Ilmethris, who was very helpful and told us a lot about the Free Guilder Jamie, who'd been there doing some gambling, but he'd also been in contact with a certain Corsair captain called Theriel Kaltis, who'd been bragging about off in the Conclave and doing some damage to them. And he was apparently upstairs, so Molasses decided to head upstairs. Instructed, oh yes, of course, Carrich took part in a fight, as he's always a bloodthirsty creature, always up for a fight. So
He is not.
destroyed a what was it? Like a warg or like a
It's
bear
a
or
grunter.
something.
a grunter. Dismembered that brutally. Molasses was very pleased,
He's not.
and then left Carrich in the fighting bit because he knows that if he sees Theriel, he's not gonna last 2 seconds before he clobbers Zed in, and went back outside to get Zuriel and Orixion, and I was going to cast a illusion, so we didn't look like ourselves, so Theriel would recognise us. So I was going to cast an illusion us, and we'd go up and talk to Theriel and find out what we could find out. Yes, I think I brought some booze with me as well to try and help placate the matter. And
You
that's
did.
about it, really.
That is about it. So
Did I
Carrick's
miss
in
it?
his cage.
Yep, and he's doing just fine.
The Storm
Oh,
Bros
yes,
are
because we're
outside.
pretending he's enslaved.
Yes. and also because he's he doesn't know Theriel is here yet. Because if he did, I think it would be a game over for this stealth mission.
Yeah, you're trying to tire him out like a dog in the park.
That's it, pretty much. Run around laps and then go for a nap. So he's getting up. So I think Molasses will cast like an illusion on the three of them to make them look like. Yeah, well, Molasses is already kind of dressed like a. Remember the Black Skull Coil, but I think the same for the Storm Bros. And I think maybe they'll have like a sign hanging around their neck saying like Sigmar sucks, with like an X or something.
You think?
Well, you got no choice what my illusion looks like, so deal with it. But mainly so we cut off. I don't know. Our faces look different, more. I don't know. Just one of the lads, some kind of like piratey type person, trying to blend in a bit. One of those illusions.
Alright, so you've illusioned all three of you.
Yes. Yeah.
Alright.
So
I suppose so.
And we go and find Theriel Kaltis.
Alright, well when you return to the main sort of gambling den, you can see him sitting in one of the further away tables. Looks like more like a VIP table, very, very exclusive.
Yeah, massive bottle of Grey Goose on there.
Yeah, exactly, and red velvet ropes, and you can see standing and some red velvet cake. And standing next to him is his first mate, the Ideneth Deepkin. Sulemek, if you recall him.
Of course, how can we forget?
And as you watch him, you watch him look like he sort of gets a big win, and then gives his leave, and then goes to head upstairs to the suite that he has.
Theriel's gone upstairs now, is he? From the gambling.
He's making his way, yeah. So.
Okay. On the floor is like, I don't know, I guess lots of just like tables for gambling and people bustling and.
Yes.
Okay, well, he's leaving now, so I just whisper to Zuriel and Orixion, follow my lead. This deception will need your greatest assistance. And I guess Molasses steps forward and just kind of yells. I don't know what they would say in the world of Soulbound, whatever the equivalent of jackpot is in Soulbound. Some kind of, I don't know, Lord's Bane, God blessing pot.
Yeah.
Whatever you yell, and makes a scene and yells, "What a wind! Drinks for everyone!" And yells and points at Thessalus. Daryl is leaving and says, "Don't be leaving. Now is fine. Drinks to flow. We have winnings to spend."
And you're also in a illusion, aren't you? Looking at
just
someone else.
mainly face and clothes.
Okay.
Should be indistinguishable.
I think he turns to you and says. Just gives you a big smile and says, "Well, I've got my winnings for this evening, young man. But perhaps another time. I'll have to get a bit of shut eye."
Shut eye. The party's just getting started. What are you, some kind of land-lubbing lightweight? This is time to celebrate. I've just won the biggest jackpot of my life. Me and my friends here been gambling all night, and we finally won. You wouldn't deprive us of a company on this fine party.
He smiles apologetically and says, perhaps later."
I slit his throat. No.
You could roll for guile.
I'd love to roll a guile.
Yeah.
Based on my actions of trying to
convince him to stay a while and listen.
Yes, well, that'll be my next point. I was going to say. Well, you're missing out. We've got a 5-day celebration. We've had an eventful day of screwing over those conclave bastards. We're going to regale the crew here with our tales of all the many things we've done today. But if you don't want to listen and find out, then I'll go to bed like some kind of tiny child.
He laughs and says, "My friend, I've been gambling for the last 2 days. I feel I need the comforts of my own suite. My drinks cabinet is calling to me. I bid you good night."
If I could just find my character sheet, I'll roll Guile. Come on. It's been trying to find this all the time. Right, Guile. Come on. Here comes 1 point and 1 focus in Guile. DN4. To see what we get.
Yeah, it'll be an opposed test. So yeah.
Oh, I lost it. Oops.
Oh, you're gonna get so outguiled.
Wait.
Did anyone just leave, or is it me?
No, just me. I haven't swapped over my network adapter, so I'm not on Wi-Fi, because Wi-Fi and my Discord don't work. Give me one moment. Enabling Ethernet. Please stand by. Lovely. Right, we're back on. Guile, right, here we go. DVD. Wait. Oh, it's alright. 1 point of focus. No, it's not great.
Yeah. Okay, my turn. So giggling.
Just the way you said
he's
it.
going to have like 10 dice to roll.
Yeah.
Well, not if I have effortless deceit. It's not really deceit. I suppose. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Oh, would you look at that? How many dice is that?
With spending a point in metal, that's 9.
I didn't use any metal. What can I do with my thing to metal?
Not a lot.
Well, if that's the way.
So unfortunately, it's another one of those NPCs that are skilled in deception as well.
They're everywhere. Makes
Yeah.
one
The ones
feel
that matter.
makes one feel somewhat inadequate as a master of deception with my 4 dice whatever I had.
Yeah.
Perhaps you should put some points into it.
I've got 1 training, 1 focus, mate.
I mean, so how many did I get?
Yeah, lots.
You get advantage as well, right? So.
I mean, it depends what we're doing. I get advantage on deceiving.
Yeah.
So I guess if that counts,
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. I can take an advantage.
So you get 3.
Well, what does advantage do again?
It makes your DN would be 3 basically.
Okay, so I could get 3. With
Um,
metal, I could roll another dice.
with metal, you use your focus or your W focus right afterwards.
That wouldn't really. Oh yeah, but it wouldn't really help because focus would just give me 2 focus. So I could have 4. Still.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, 4 better than 2. I'll take it.
Well, you got 7.
7. Oh, you got 7. Yeah.
I got 7.
Yeah, I thought you got 7. Was it?
So I think he again shakes his head and goes to go upstairs, and I think he sort of looks at you, like squints his eyes, smirks, and says, Perhaps you'd like to join me.
Why?
For a little chat and a drink, you understand?
That's a fantastic idea. I had a drink down here is complete swell. I assume you've got the good stuff. Some 79-year-old aged orc chomp de blomp.
I have 2 bottles of that.
Ah, the chomp de blomp is fantastic.
The blobbity blue.
The blubbity blue. I would say, my friends, should we go and enjoy a private party?
Yes, that would be most agreeable.
It just comes out. It comes out sounding like a
Oh yeah, exactly. The voice is modulated as well, so it's like, oh my god, that would be so agreeable.
Oh, I'd love that.
All right. So all three of you and follow Sulumek and Theriel Kaltis up to his suite on the much quieter upper floors. He takes out a key and opens the door. Beckons you inside.
Lovely.
Invites you to sit down on his velvet chaise longue.
Is what?
It's like one of those lying down sofas.
Like you see in every movie with a therapist.
Yeah, or like a rich Victorian lady in a bout of despair.
I think the Romans did it better.
They did most things better, really. Roads, speaking Roman, they nailed it.
Such good pizza as well.
The aqueduct.
Such good pizza. So good.
Cool. So yes, he beckons you to sit on his chaise longue, and goes to and offers you, asks you all what drinks you would like.
And a plonk plonk, please.
And Sulumek goes to stand in one corner and says, Captain Kaltis, I do hope you have a reason for inviting these people up here. He turns and looks at you, Molasses, and he says, of course, I didn't quite see it at first. Your illusions have gotten a lot better, Molasses, but
hold up. Excuse me, mister.
It's
What's
quite
this special
fortunate.
talent he's got?
It's quite fortunate because I was hoping to run into you three.
Can you explain how he can see my illusions, please?
Because he gets an advantage to
1,000 abilities.
the same thing. It says advantage on the pose test when he attempts to persuade, deceive, or seduce others.
Well, do I get to roll against that then?
Well, that was part of your guile test, your deception.
No, that was to see if we can go upstairs. That wasn't for my illusions, thank you very much. I've got all kinds of things.
He beat you by like three successes.
But that was on the trying to convince him to stay downstairs. We didn't roll against my illusions.
I'm getting monk vibes all over again.
If you want to try and beat my illusion, you have to roll a DN4S mind awareness test to determine that it's false. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but does the illusion say that you can make them move in sync with three separate people at all times?
If you remember, the write-up of the illusion
environment.
spell, the write-up of the illusion spell is absolutely absurd because it just basically says you can do anything of any size
within the space of a house.
Yes, exactly. I mean, it moves into predetermined matter. I suppose that's maybe not quite as. Well,
maybe it was the fact that he recognised Zuriel's voice.
But
Yes.
From before.
The voice is also modulated as well because it's I said that. It says it can sound however you want. The illusion appears real, including sounds and smells. Even if you're trying to smell us.
Outside of your predetermined set of conditions.
So whose side are you on?
I'm on the side of Olly, very clearly on this one.
Wow, you would be, Mr. Suck Up. He's not going to give you extra experience, you know.
He might.
Yeah, he might actually. Yeah, that's true.
I actually do. It's 1 XP per session.
Right, I slit his throat.
Taking my side. You can't just announce those things.
I can. Doesn't mean it happens. I can announce anything I want.
Of his head energy.
Yeah.
One of these days, he's actually getting.
Do you attack him? Yes or no?
No, I don't attack him. You ruined all my plans.
You can do it if you want.
No, I had other plans. You never let me have any fun.
Zuriel dispels the illusion from himself and says, "Right, well, I'm glad that's over. Probably is about time we had a word.
I mean, if anything, it's good because no one else saw you. So
It's true. We are 7 men enter and a woman. 4 men, 5. How many of us? Whatever. Fuck it. Some enter.
3.
Whatever happens comes out.
5.
We'll never know.
Mm.
Well done. You saw through my illusion. I didn't try very hard anyway. It was a paltry attempt. I thought you were so weak-minded that my minor illusion would help. But I'll remember for next time to bring out the big guns as needed.
I look forward to it.
If there is a next time.
You've
been... You can say what he does.
No, go on. You can give us your.
I thought I should have what I was going to say, actually. No, that was it.
You glare at him, steely.
Yes.
Steely. He says. He sips at his perhaps some sort of exotic brandy. And he says, "I've been meaning to find you 4, or where's your friend? Did he get his helmet back?"
He did, but he's still very furious, and as much as we'd love to see it happen, we did not want him to fly into a fit of fearful rage at the sight of your deceptive face and smush you into the ground. So he's nearby, but not quite here yet.
Perhaps I should have kept the helmet as a bargaining chip. But no matter. I had an interest to propose that we perhaps join up in some business that I have. You probably have noticed the disease spreading through Anvilgard. Word has reached me that you've been investigating. I thought I may be able to assist.
Well, that's very...
Truly like a man with ulterior motives. What is it that you exactly need for us to do that you cannot do yourself?
Well, you see, in my position, it's rather precarious, you see. My first mate and I believe that this has been brought about by some sort of cult of Nurgle. I'm sure you'll have found the same. But the problem is we believe that they have infiltrated not only the Conclave, but also the Blackscale Coil, so all of my usual allies and contacts are potentially compromised. So I thought to myself, who do I know in Anvilgard who would definitely be the enemy of chaos? I thought of you 4.
You might have thought, but also we're quite the enemy of you as well. You shipwrecking, abandoning son of a bitch.
Oh, come on! That was just the way of business. You survived. Just got a bit wet.
Well, of course, it was no problem at all, but I do not like being tricked by other tricksters, so yes, you are basically dead to me in my mind. And I wouldn't trust you as far as I could trust myself, which is very little.
Well, I won't ask you to get back onto the Blackfit, so you're okay there. But we've identified, well, my first mate and I have identified several members of the Blackscale Coil who we think would be part of this cult. Fortunately, they would recognise myself, so I need your help in trailing them, and you need my help getting inside the places where they are.
And Kaltis, do you expect us to believe that you do this purely out of mutual hatred for chaos, or that you do not have some other goal, some other quest and errand you send us on?
Well, for me, I would rather this whole situation was over. My beloved ship is stuck in Anvilgard for the foreseeable, thanks to the quarantine. Not to mention, trade has gone down the toilet. So it's very much in my interest as well.
Is this still Soulbound?
Is this still Soulbound?
Okay, I'm not sure if it's real life or Soulbound.
Well, you know, since Brexit, everything's really just.
If it was real life, though, he'd be like, "Oh, it's fine. He could just keep trading, you know, until everyone's dead."
So then, we have mutual interests. Now, what information do you have?
1 second, I'll find my notes. Angry typing.
Everyone says I'm angry typing. I'm typing gently.
You're not typing gently.
It's so weird. I don't think I typed that loud.
Couldn't do my illusion.
No, I didn't. They just, as always, just basically made everything I do as a character completely null and void.
Worst DM ever.
Worst DM ever.
How's your work D&D group? Has that happened yet?
We haven't done a second one. We've done one sesh.
I didn't even know you were doing one.
I don't mention it.
Didn't it happen like 4 months ago?
It did happen like 4 months ago. Yeah, it's been.
No, that might be why I forgot.
Well, he's done 3 sessions with 3 groups of people, so it's been quite a run. So we need to get around to the second round. Yes,
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a second session if it's been 4 months. Just saying.
There will. It's all very casual. He was a very liberal DM, shall we say. Things went a bit ridiculous. It's nice to have the balance.
Yeah, well. Oh well. At least I'm consistent every week.
Well, exactly.
Nothing else better to do.
Boy, in that session I had to play the actual sensible one though, because everyone else was just absolutely insane. So imagine that, if you will.
The horror.
I need to see that.
It's impossible to imagine.
Milo needs to have to be the sensible one every time.
It's true, exactly. If everyone else took this on the mantle, I'd have to be. You know?
Oh well, just you wait till the next campaign.
There we go.
Milo needs to get back to his bards and rogues.
No,
Can I-
it's that time. Yeah.
Can I recap on what he's trying to say to us? He's saying as far as he tells us, his objective, he just wants to help and get rid of the chaos and get rid of the disease. That's what he's telling us.
Yeah.
Could be.
Pretty much.
Obviously that's not true.
Of course, that's not just.
And he knows where the Nurgle chaos nests are. Is that kind of what he's saying?
They've identified people who they think are part of the cult, who are part of the Black Scale Coil as well. So.
So wait, you don't align yourself with obviously the Conclave or the Black Scale Coil, you Kaltis. Is that the case?
Well, I do a lot of business with the Black Scale Coil. I would rather they were not infested by Chaos Cultists trying to kill all our customers. But it seems as though the evidence points towards the cultists spreading the disease from Black Scale establishments for whatever reason.
And have you heard any chat on the street about a certain relic being used to amplify the effects of this disease?
I have not, although I think if there was a powerful artifact such as that entering Anvilgard, I believe that the coil would know about it.
Yes, if something like that happened, which I'm sure it hasn't.
You care to be more specific and give us names, locations, and, in particular, if you have any suspects that exist within the Conclave itself?
I shall. Soulbound, pass them the list. And they sort of pass you a list. And let's just see. Wait. So, and you can see on the list there are 4 names, and then like a short description on each. So the first one says Lucky Laughlin, Bartender, Dorineth Narion, Major Domo.
Say the one again.
I'll copy paste them all in.
No, I like trying to spell it.
Dorineth Narion.
Okay.
Which is quite Tolkien-esque. It actually is spelled like how it sounds.
Cool.
Boldag Gerntok.
Wow.
a Dwarden like engineer.
Ooh, we've met a few of those.
And Jamie Elnira, a free guard captain.
My God. Bum bum bum. How bloody interesting. Molasses doesn't react. Just keeps it cool. Doesn't give anything away. Very chill.
He says, of course, some of these establishments are run by the Black Scale Coil, so you can either choose to go on your own and continue using your wonderful illusions, or I can escort you and get you inside.
We'll use my wonderful illusions, thank you very much. Right, team?
It pains me to say it, Molasses, I do not believe that your illusions will be getting us anywhere useful. No, actually, it didn't pain me to say it at all. What it does pain me to say is that I believe we're going to need to accept this miscreant's help.
Well, I refuse. I won't work with this idiot. It's there's no point. It'll only end in disaster and you being left at sea without your trousers, or shoes, or socks. I think it's a foolish idea, and I don't believe Carrich would even be open to the idea as well. So we'll at least take what information we can from him and make our way as best we can.
No, I believe that Mr. Kaltis here will be quite cooperative, knowing that one wrong step and our bloodthirsty friend Hammer will come crushing down and obliterate his head.
Your friend who?
Bonnh!
Oh. This is Samael. I don't know why I heard that.
Yeah, what did you say?
Come in on his jet bike.
Yeah, Theriel Kaltis just says, of course. All that business in the past is water under the bridge.
Very true.
For now we're only in the business of profit and helping one another.
That is correct. We are in the business of saving the city.
That is correct.
Well, actually, we're in the business of seeing who in the city is worth saving. Still, if you remember our original mission, which I do because I have it written in my notes.
Exactly.
We actually decided if the city's worth saving yet. I don't know if we've made that conclusion.
He's like, look, after the virus, I've got this great idea called Eat Out to Help Out.
Crazy days. I've never seen.
Yeah, thank God they're still not doing crazy shit now.
There was a GBK in Wimbledon, and you never saw more than like 2 people in it because it's GBK and there were much better places to go. And when Eat Out to Help Out was on, there was like a 50-person queue outside of it, and I was like, gee.
So 6 months into a pandemic as well.
Really want that half-price burger, I guess.
Yeah.
What's GBK?
Gourmet Burger Kitchen.
No, whoa. Gourmet Burger Kitchen. You
I mean, if you have to call it gourmet, it's not gourmet, right? I mean,
gourmet.
Come on now.
It's true.
Gourmet.
I want my burger shops to have names like Slap and Pickle. And
Meat liquor.
yeah, filthy names.
Cockfighter.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Cockfighter is pretty good.
Anyway, yes.
So he's hoping he's going to just escort us around to all these people. Is that his proposition?
Yeah, or like go and go do stakeouts and stuff.
Why does he want to come? I don't like it. I'm not not for this. It's a stupid idea. It's not going to end well. I don't believe we need this person's help. We've got the names. We know where they're going to be. He's just going to betray us, and if anyone's going to betray us, it's going to be me.
Beg the question, Molasses. Do we know where they're all going to be?
Oh, I have a few ideas.
For our latest leaders, let us hear. And,
Exactly.
Jamie Elnira is nowhere to be seen.
But Lucky Laughlin is a bartender, and there can't be that many bars in Amelgard.
Perhaps it would be best for all of us if you went off and searched all the bars.
I shall! And she disappears in a puff of shadows.
Well then, oh, master of information and profit. Where do you believe we should seek our first potential corrupted individual?
He says, he says, I believe we should start. We should start with the first name on the list. Work our way down.
Fair enough. Methodical.
So Olly, Molasses doesn't actually disappear. Unsurprisingly, she tries to cast another illusion of disappearing. So you'll have to let me know. The plan is to look like I've disappeared, but I'm still in the room. But it looks like she shadow stepped away, so threw a cloak over herself and vanished. But I would still like to still be in the room. I will roll to cast the illusion, and you will tell me if you want to try and, I guess, however you think the character interact to try and break it. Give me 1 second. Do. Where are you?
What was it? A DN?
It's a 5/2 to cast the illusion.
I mean, for the to spot it.
Yes, well, I mean, it's a creature. It's interesting. A creature inspecting the illusion must make it. So it's that question of, it's not like, it's an interesting one, right? Is passive awareness different to regular awareness? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. He wouldn't inspect it, or we actually probably might expect it, I suppose, being that she's pretty known for casting illusions.
Yeah, I think if you disappeared in front of him, he'd probably be like, oh, where has she gone?
Alright, well, this is prepared to be embarrassing as always. You think one day I'd just stop bothering, but no, I refuse to. Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Yeah, that'll do it.
So you're staying with us, right? And very visibly so. Well, not there, but yeah.
No, the spell actually failed to cast, so it's incredibly embarrassing.
Do you have any meta you can double your focus?
Well, good point. Oh yes, that's a very good point. I can succeed. Yeah, because I have two focus, so I do have metal, so I can double my focus. So I can,
you only need 3.
I can do it, but to inspect it, you would have to cast. Yes, you'd have to do a 4S and mine awareness task. S being the successes, which would be
2.
Would be 1, 2, 3, which would be 2 successes. Yes, you've got to roll a 4/2 mind awareness test, please. See if you can beat that.
So you get 6 dice.
Look how bad I rolled. You can roll badly once if you want, you know.
I do get 3.
You do get 3.
Yeah.
No one else can see me, so it's up to him whether he wants to reveal whether he can see I'm there or not.
Yeah, I think he just doesn't want to embarrass you, so he's like, I'll just pretend like where's she gone? Oh, Molasses, where have you gone? You're very good at that, aren't you? I guess we best be off then.
I can't roll well when it matters.
You do roll when it matters, when you're backstabbing stuff and doing like
15 I'd rather
damage.
I'd rather get the fun sneaky stuff though. It never ever works.
Yeah. Just do what Alex does and put all your XP into one thing that you really, really want to do.
Channeling is 2 focus and 2 training. That's pretty chunky, I would say.
Yeah,
that is quite chunky.
What's your mind? You got 4 or 3 mind?
4 mind, yeah.
I mean, you really shouldn't be failing these.
Really shouldn't be. I very rarely fail channeling. In fact, it's basically a lock to not.
If I was you, I'd be much happier to fail a channeling test now than in combat.
Ooh, wait a minute. Wait. I can double my training on a single channeling for my blood ritual. Then maximize my success of spending soulfire. I probably would have done it before.
Oh right.
My blood ritual
Yeah.
allowed me to double this training on a single channeling or devotion test and to maximize my successes in spending soulfire.
But when you say double, can you go above 3?
I don't know.
You can do that once.
Yeah, only once. Yeah, that's my whole blood ritual thing.
And you wanted to...
And you're gonna use it now.
Yes.
No, it's too late now. You have to declare training before you roll.
Yeah, well, the problem with fucking abilities, Ryan, you always forget about them because they're just, these one-off abilities are always so bloody useless.
But even if Olly allows it, you want to use it now.
That I would have definitely wanted to, yes, if I'd remembered. And I'm annoyed at myself that I literally saw it before. Because I started the session by going, you've got blood ritual. Remember you got blood ritual. I totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
You can use it once,
Yeah.
and you're going to use it now.
Look, I had a plan. I've been planning all week, and I'm very upset none of it's come to fruition. So, you guys carry on
I
playing.
mean, I'm not even there.
Oh, yes, we should go and get Carrich for you.
We should stop by the cages.
I go down to get Carrich, and I just
the
gently
grunter
wake him
cages.
up. I just tap him on the shoulder and say, Carrich, I've got some news that might be quite distressing. The Storm idiots have decided that they want to work with hope you're okay with that. You don't mind, do you?
With who?
You know how they Theriel Kaltis.
One more time?
It's Theriel Kaltis. We've teamed up with him to try and save the day.
Right, close the door on your way out.
Close the door.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Smashed. I thought it would be like just hear that like, fuck, and just steps out calmly. Yes, let's carry on with the mission, please.
Well, no. Just not gonna make a scene. Literally, Ari's there.
If you want to smash his head, and I support you 100%, maybe even 110%.
Yeah, the scary part is that I know that you'll support me.
I'll support you to the ends of the earth with smashing heads in. I think they're leaving now, so we better catch up.
Fine.
We catch up.
Alright. Okay. Just so you're aware as well, just out of character, if you do have something cool you want to do, just let me know, and I can work to make it happen. Instead of having to shut you down.
You wouldn't know, would you?
Well, it depends if it was like, I cut off his head and wear his skin.
It was not that.
I'm all for setting up cool moments.
Yeah, I know. I thought about telling you, but also want to surprise you as well.
Yeah.
Don't know if that would work. Plus, also, it's more random. I also kind of wanted you to help me. You know?
Fair.
It's more organic. If
Fair.
it all paid off, great. If not,
You want to try and beat
wasn't
me,
meant
did
to
you?
be. A little bit, yeah. We'll try and beat the house.
Well, one day you will learn.
Never, I refuse. You
Cool.
can't make me learn.
Alright, cool. So, over the next day or two, you four and Theriel Kaltis. Hello?
I'm here.
Okay. You four and Theriel Kaltis and Sulaimek all start trying to follow up on these individuals. You also notice that the situation at Abelgard is getting a lot worse. You don't see many people walking outside without a charm or a talisman to ward off disease. And corpse carts rumble through the cobbled streets, collecting the dead. As you follow these four individuals. So, what you'll need to do is an extended test. Stealth or awareness.
I don't think I'm good at either.
So the party can do a total of 4 attempts at the test. So I imagine...
Does it have to be split?
No, so I imagine you will probably want to do like 2 Zuriel awareness, 2 Molasses stealth.
That would be most effective, I would think.
As
Yeah,
you...
DM. What you got?
as you use your skills to follow these individuals, and because you have Theriel Kaltis with you, him sort of getting you into these locations and stuff, and smoothing things over and picking up the right people, the difficulty is lowered by 1.
For now.
How about that?
For now.
So he's actively going to be with us.
Yep. I think we've got to give Carrich some time to RP reacting to this, to be honest. Or combat.
Okay, Carrich, is there any thing that you do? Maybe when he sees you for the first time and he's like, Carrich Bonnh, glad to see that you're reunited with your very fancy hat.
Nah, just literally completely ignoring him, stern face, as if
Nice.
no one is speaking back. But I'm happy to know that he's going to be with us.
Nice. Great. It's like, I always love spending time with you, Lumineth. You're always so balanced. Very calming.
Don't push him, Kaltis. You know how that will go in the end.
Yeah, so it's a 4-12 extended test, so you can do 4 tests in total.
Is that with the reduction?
Yes, it was supposed to be a 5-12, so that was a 4-12.
Damn.
Yeah, so,
It's quite harsh.
whereas it was DN of 4.
This would have been almost impossible.
DN4,
without
yeah.
Kaltis.
Okay. DN4. Here we go.
Well, there's your first 4.
There's your first 3. That's 7.
All right, we should go do that again.
Do it.
Don't forget you can use metal.
Oh, I am.
Well, then that's 4 for me as well.
That's 8. You just need 4 more between you.
Easy peasy. Lemon.
Don't say it.
Oh dear.
Well, the
Said it,
good
didn't you?
news is you just
2.
got your 4.
Nice.
You just
Nice.
cinched
Just.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just.
Struggling at the end there.
You had to say it, didn't you?
If I just stopped before saying squeeze, it would have been fine.
Well, I can safely say we would not have passed that test had we not made the correct decision as a party to work with Theriel Kaltis.
Look, one victory does not mean a success.
A summer.
There's plenty of time for it all to go wrong.
Listen,
And it will.
Molasses to the party. You may have won the battle, but you've not won the war.
Yeah, pretty much.
Against who?
The DM!
Against me.
Against
I really
these,
should play a Molasses type character next time.
Do it. It's fun.
I think you should. I think you should play like when Marathi invades Advogard. You should play like one of her snake lady lieutenants.
Oh yeah. I could even put on my snaky voice.
Yeah.
It would
Did
be
you watch
tiring after, like, one.
Interrogator episode 3 yet?
No, I forgot.
Ah.
I was going to watch it tonight, and then I got caught up doing something else.
There's such a Valentina character, but she's an Inquisitor in a flashback, and then there's also at the end there's a guy definitely sounds like Castus Vex. It's hilarious.
I mean, it's like we wrote it.
I know.
Maybe they were watching.
Yeah, I think so. So, what you do recognise over your following and investigations is that you do manage to identify and follow these 4 individuals, and one thing that you notice happen quite frequently is that one of them will enter a building for some time, and then one of the others will come out. You never see 2 at the same time.
How suspicious.
And and after a couple of days of this, you're following Jamie Elnira, the Free Guild captain. you follow him to a facility called the Helden Flame Crematorium.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Which is working overtime, disposing of all the dead.
Bring out your dead.
Yep.
I'm not dead.
You will be in a minute.
Daryl, just watch all of Monty Python. All the Monty Pythons.
No thanks.
Oh.
I tried watching one of them. I forgot which one it was, and I turned it off after like 15 minutes. I think.
Please don't. You've hurt me enough.
As long as it wasn't Holy Grail or Life of Brian.
I might have. It was one or the other. It was either Holy Grail or whatever the other one.
I hope it was.
Was it based on Jesus or King Arthur?
I literally when I say it was 15 minutes, it might have actually been less. I'm not even joking.
I saw.
It can't have been Holy Grail. Life of Brian does start a bit slow. It's got to be like
Holy Grail's so fucking funny.
But Holy Grail also starts off slow because it does that whole bit with the credits, and then there's the Norwegian subtitles at the beginning.
That is a very good point.
Maybe it was that.
And then there's the whole swallow bit. It's so good.
I don't.
It's the best. Should we just do a group rewatch of Holy Grail?
Yeah.
No.
I think it was like one of the anniversaries, and it was on in the cinema in Berlin. And I went to go see it, and it was like just all expats in there, like just.
Nice.
And a few very cultured Germans.
Of course.
There are so many other things you can watch together.
And none of them will be better than Holy Grail. By any metric.
When we come to Malta, we'll force you to watch it.
Do I not count?
We'll force you to eat bread and watch Holy Grail.
Absolutely not.
And then The Last Jedi.
No.
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 It's my
three things I hate: bread, Last Jedi, and Holy Grail. No.
I'm sorry. Of all the things I just can't get over that anyone on this planet could say I hate bread. It's just the most sickening thing I've ever heard.
But also, I kind of wish I hated bread. It'd be great for me if I didn't like bread.
I really don't like eating bread. Sometimes I feel like I have just paninis or something if I'm out, but it is never my first choice ever.
What
I'm
burgers?
Sorry. Burgers, I make it a point. So if it's a barbecue, I never have the bun. But obviously, if I'm going to buy a burger in a restaurant or whatever, I have to have the bun. But I then eat the bun by itself first to get rid of it. So I don't like wasting food, so I don't throw it away. But I eat it alone just to get rid of it, and then I eat the rest of the meal.
God, this is madness.
I do that with a pickle.
It's not madness, Ollie. It's fucking criminal.
I always deconstruct whatever I eat. So, for example, if it's a burger,
I hate sitting in a restaurant next to a middle-aged woman who takes off the bun with their knife and fork and then eats the burger with their knife and fork like it's a meal.
Me.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Yeah, I deconstruct my even pizza. I eat the crust first, obviously with a knife and fork, and then I scrape some of the filling off and I eat whatever. I deconstruct my food.
You're a sick puppy.
You're a Rogan, you are, mate. You're a Rogan.
I used to be ashamed of it, but I'm not anymore.
Now I need to see you eat a Magnum and see what you do to that. Eat it stick first.
I was going to say, no doubt about it.
No, you bite a hole, get a straw in there.
Yeah.
Slurp out the ice cream.
I just like deconstructing.
Hey, that's actually not a bad idea.
It's not terrible, actually.
I always go from the worst thing to the best thing.
That's fair. I'm all for that.
Anyway. You're on your way to a spooky crematorium, guys. Talking about bread.
Which I
perhaps that's what our characters are talking about.
Yeah.
Distracting from the impending doom.
Everything I just said, Carrich said.
All the awkwardness that half the party's basically ignoring there's someone with them.
So Theriel Kaltis believes that now is the time to follow Jamie Elnira into the crematorium to see, as this is somewhere that has not been a location that they have not gone to yet.
Okay.
So he believes this is potentially the base of operations for this cult.
Ah, I thought it was like a new setup.
So you go into the crematorium, and you can just see this big pile of bodies, and sort of some roaring furnaces, and a human and a Dawadin kind of working to shovel the people into the furnace.
An actual pile of bodies, like not even placed next to each other. What?
Yeah, I mean they're just like, the whole room is just, it's overflowing. It's like too many people dying, not enough pipe hole. They're all on furlough, mate. All on furlough.
That's macabre.
It is macabre. So these two people are shoveling ash out of the furnace, putting them into barrels to wheel off. Who has a natural awareness of 2 or higher?
I do.
Me.
Orixion does as well, doesn't he? He's 2. He's a 2er.
Even Rixie does. Although I can never remember where it says it on here anyway, but it's definitely 2.
Carrich, you're a 1er?
I'm trying to look. Can't find it.
Zuriel's the big 3.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big
2.
deal.
2.
Oh, you're all 2ers or 3ers. Cool. So, as you walk slowly, I imagine, into this space, try not to breathe in the smells. You start to notice some of the corpses, like shuddering, very much in the way that they did in the vault.
No.
But as you watch them, nothing seems to happen. But you don't want to get too close.
But they're moving.
They're kind of wriggling,
Yeah.
like there's something
So-
inside them trying to come out.
So yes, yes, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, so yes, they're burning. You said the corpses are being burnt. You say, they're not being burnt.
Yeah, but there's like 100 corpses in this room, like all over the floor in piles.
The ones that are being burnt, yes, they are being burnt. They're not the
and-
backstocked, but they're wriggling and vectors.
Like every other 3 or 4 is slightly moving about.
So, can we not just... I genuinely want to hit them. Like, I'm not even saying this to be funny, because if we don't, like, we're risking whatever happened in the vaults happening here, right? I mean, we see them wriggling.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So yeah, so no, in that case, I will smash. As soon as I see one wriggling.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to.
So you drop the hammer down onto one. As Bertha hits the skull, it just splats like a rotten fruit, and the whole body explodes in pus and gas and horrible stuff. And you need to roll a 5-2 reflexes test to avoid all this gross stuff.
At least I've got some good reflexes. 5-2, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Can I use my metal just to increase my training?
Yeah.
Cool. See, I said it before.
All right, mate.
I'm gonna add one more just so you know. There's that.
I mean, you got the 5-2, so you're all good
Oh well, there you go. Don't even need it.
with your focus.
Focus.
So yeah, so you jump out the way as the corpse explodes, and as the chunks scatter to the ground around the room, in their place is some Nurglings and a creature of Nurgle you have not seen before.
Uh-oh.
This is why I wanted to get them, just out of here. Well, they would still be in here, but whatever.
Let me just double check.
Well, at least we're not surprised by them.
Yeah, exactly. See?
Well, I imagine there's still some surprise. Like a little surprise.
I mean, you all saw it. How did no one do anything? Oh, what the? What? Wait, what?
Roll initiative.
Oh, what did you do? What is that?
Oh, what did I do? I
What?
stopped them from surprising
This
them.
bloody room again.
I
Where's
stopped them. from
DM
surprising
ever.
them.
Couldn't delete that spaceship.
Yeah. Annoyingly, no one else has made me a map yet of a crematorium.
What?
I know.
Why?
I know, exactly. It's all the like dwarven forges. Ooh. Too much lava. It's not realistic.
Could be lava in a crematorium.
No. Cool, so it's initiative Zuriel first.
Just getting a sense of the battle music. So, what is this creature that I can see, or what can we?
So-
what does it look like to me?
What does it look like to you? Let me see if I can grab you a bigger picture.
It looks nice and horrendous.
If I do that, can you see that?
Yeah, it's a bit bigger. Well, that is pretty horrendous. It's quite large, then, is it?
It is a large demon. It's a beast of Nurgle for those of you who know these things. Yeah, and it sort of, as it explodes out of this person, it's got this huge mouth in its belly, big lopping wide mouth with a big tongue coming out, and as it sees you, Carrich, it sort of makes a excited noise and it has sort of lumbering towards you like a overexcited dog.
Okay.
And as it moves, this slime is left behind it, which is
Probably toxic.
quite toxic and quite hazardous to this zone.
Disgusting. Alright, well, Zuriel, utterly disgusted by the foul chaos demons before him, crackles with Sigmar's holy lightning and launches a arcane bolt. Actually at the Nurglings first, because
We're all in the same room as them.
we're not in close range as them.
They wipe out the entire zone if they don't.
No, they don't.
They do.
We learned this last time.
Yeah, it's so strange. Ollie said it last time.
Yeah, I would
What?
say Carrich is because he was next to the corpse.
What happened to the whole zone thing? I
That,
thought.
that could be a problem.
Yeah, well,
It's-
I
it's-
will get hit, and
Yeah, it's not the zone. It's close. It's short range, not close range.
I'm not
No.
mad, right? There was a whole discussion originally with the whole zone thing, right?
It was clarified last time that it doesn't affect the zone. It affects people within melee range of them.
Yep.
Well, that makes a lot more sense. But at some point, just so I'm not going mad, we did have the moment, Ollie, where you did say they are the zone, right? And that was the whole big mutiny, right?
I can't remember.
I'm going mad.
I can't remember if it was. I think you were definitely in melee range. I might have said zone. I apologise if I did, but
That was the whole mutiny. That's the whole mutiny occurred because that's when we started being told that whenever a Nurgle goes up, everybody in the zone.
I mean, that's a big puff of
Well-
grossness.
Yeah, that was
Nurgling.
I think
Right,
in that
Daryl,
case,
what?
I think in that case there was probably like 3 swarms in the zone,
Oh yeah, it was a lot.
so it was a bit hard to avoid.
there wasn't a lot, and it wasn't a big zone either.
How,
Yeah.
Anyway.
how many Nurglings are close to Carrich?
I would say all of them because they just popped out of the corpse, so
Yeah, makes sense.
That could be a problem for Carrich.
they're all like on top of each other like these.
I see. Well,
These.
knowing better than to douse his friend in corrosive pus, he won't do that. He will, in fact, cast Radiance of Sigmar on the big beastie.
Mm-hmm.
Using a focus point. Right. So that is going to be 4 successes. So I need to. So yes, for 3 rounds, it is suffering a defense and accuracy penalty of 2 steps.
Okie doke.
Beautiful.
And he will then cast Mystic Shield on Carrich.
Oh, thank you. Can we find out what its defense is before we attack it?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Initiative 4 then, Molasses and Orixion.
Carrich has a Mystic Shield for
Nice.
3 turns.
I cast Pit of Shades on the big boy.
Thanks, Milo.
You are welcome. Oh, and then he just sort of just moves over to this nice corner. He does, likes to have his back covered.
Yeah.
It's good. It's just good martial tactics.
Back to the wall, yeah. Maybe the door, potentially.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool then. Molasses, you're casting Pit of Shades
I am casting Pit of Shades
on
on the big boy.
the big boy.
You said he was large, right?
Yes.
Of course, medium or large is fine. Lovely. The DN 5.
Just a wider hole.
Yeah, exactly. The hole can stretch. It's fine. I will do. I'll double my. 25s. 3 of them. I'll double my focus. I think. Yes. Yeah. 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 Oh goodness me. Oof. Okay. Not going great today, is it? 1. So my focus. That's 4 focus points. So that's 1, 2, 3. 3 successes. So that's just in. Lovely. Well, he is now. I said he's now screaming through a portal, plummeting into a shadowy no place, filled with the incessant wailing of those who dwell beyond. He disappears at the start of my next turn. That's about it, really.
He disappears at the start of your next turn.
He disappears until the start of my next turn.
Got you.
But when he returns, he will take 1 damage and be prone. So it's not the most impressive thing, but it's all right.
Gonna be mad when he comes back out.
Well, actually, he has to roll a test, or he might be frightened of me. So might actually be. Carrich, yes, you have a question.
I guess 2 turns are after each other. I could have hit him instead of the other ones.
Well, no. He's in it for the shades.
Right, is that your turn?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I can move. So I have 2 metal, so I can cast another spell.
Yeah.
I've already put a shield on Carrich, that's fine. Can I? No, I'll just do. They're all in close combat with Carrich, right? The little ones.
Yes.
Okay. I will. Can I enslave one of them? Do they count as mortals?
No.
No. It doesn't really. Yeah, all I've got for like what it could be, it just says it's creatures. It says the mortal must make. And it says something after the creature knows you cast a spell. And I think, yeah, it seems like it's got to have some kind of soul or personality, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. Then I will quite simply.
These are the Neverborn.
You can cast the same spell again. You know that, right?
Yeah. All right. Fine. Fuck it. I'll cast all the Shades. Bits for everybody. You get a bit. You get a bit.
You'll only get to cast it on one Nurgling, though.
Yes, no, I'm aware. Thank you, Mr. Party Pooper. That's better. Oh, lovely. It's 4 successes, so it's in there for 2 rounds,
Okay,
and we'll take 2 damage when it comes out.
nice. Orixion.
Oh, sorry, I'm Orixion. Just completely passed me by for a moment there. What? I don't think you can do that isn't hit the Nurglings that explode.
Can you
Or
shove
kill
them?
the Nurglings and have them explode on Carrich.
Can you shove them?
Yeah, but not all of them.
Yes, but you have 2 metal, right? So you can literally shove all of them, yes.
Yeah?
Or you can hold
If
action.
you shove them to...
Yeah.
Actually, I shouldn't be planning, right? I can't do that, sorry.
Yeah, but if he holds an action, that's just until the end of the round, right?
Yeah, but you can.
But
That'll be
they may
after
Yeah.
Carrich moving.
Yes, he'll hold his action until the end of the round. Haha, stopping Carrick's double turn for a laugh.
Nice.
Sort of.
So yeah, the Beast of Nurgle's in the Pit of Shades. So he's just like I was just like upending, like test spin as it falls through.
With his little belly tongue flapping around.
Yeah, exactly.
He's Beast and Nurgle, he's having a great time. They're always really happy.
Yeah. So initiative 1. These 3 Nurglings are going to attack Carrich, but nothing happens because I remember they can't penetrate your armor anyway. You can't fall back now. Ha 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 ha. I tri-pointed you. Yeah, then it's Carrick's turn.
Okay, so... am I able to... I think it's this is a might, opposed might or something, just to grab this guy and shove him into the next room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the first thing I'm gonna do.
Just double check.
Let me know when you...
Combatty checky. Grapple, might versus might or reflexes.
Yeah.
That's to restrain. Shove, might versus might reflexes. You can shove away. Okay, yeah, fine.
So we'll do that.
That's our first shove of the campaign.
Always coming up with something new, right? Right, so there's my might. I'm just going to use 2 as at the end because it doesn't make a difference.
Don't shove too hard or it'll explode.
No. Right. Oh, that's not too hard, is it?
Seems quite hard.
Shut up, Milo.
A mighty shove. But
I've got 1 focus. If that makes a difference.
it's like pushing like a big water balloon. It goes, but it just bounces away into the other room.
Cool. Metal, same thing.
On which one?
This one,
Into the other room.
this one, into the same room. And I'm gonna. That's the end of my turn. Don't know if you want to do anything Zuriel or I can take my turn.
Orixion
Oh,
floats on lofty golden wings into this other room and holds his lantern up high and says, "Blessings of Sigmar upon you." And casts Light of Sigmar.
So that was very Python-esque. Daryl.
It was. Let's see. Does this? Oh, okay. For some reason, his miracles don't actually work. And I think it's
Yeah, we know.
the sheet. No, but also, technically speaking, it doesn't work. So we're gonna do a channeling test or devotion test. We're gonna do a little cheeky. What's the deal on this thing? 5. This is why it never does much. But we're gonna Gonna metal it up. Bam. Yes! That is 2 successes. So that will be 2 damage of the zonal variety on the zone that Orixion is in.
Crikey, Lord Arcanum. So as he raises his lantern, filling this part of the crematorium with light, and the Nurglings, as they got shoved into the room, they kind of fell all over all the rest of the bodies. As Orixion lifted up his lantern, those 2 Nurglings got turned to ash. But then all of these other bodies in the room start to vibrate and start popping.
Oh dear. Oh dear. So Orixion's going to spend another point of metal, and he's gonna come back into this room with his friends. In another sort of tactical repositioning.
I should say that happened at the end of the round, so whatever you were going to do.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Well, if that doesn't happen immediately, then I'm afraid he is going to be still there. So it's fine.
He could have flown back into the room to join the fight again.
He could have done, but he wasn't going to. So
okay.
I will not cheese it.
Fair play. And then as the capering of the Nurglings makes more of the bodies explode. One in this room as well. So it's top of the round. It's Carrich.
It's hammer time. Possibly. Oh, it's silent Daryl time.
Oh no, poor son.
Since he's in a dark room and sort of mumbling, probably didn't even know he was talking.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's happened. I think I need to update my drivers or something. Anyway, right. It is not hammer time, because it doesn't make any sense for it to be hammer time. But
we came for hammer time.
Yeah.
Give us hammer time.
No,
Or give
because I
us
will die
death.
instantly.
We want hammers. We want hammers.
What I will do is I'll use my action to take mountain stance. I'm right by this door, and my metal to defend the area from this side. So I'm defending this doorway.
Okay.
So if any one of those tries to enter, they have to oppose my test. Otherwise, they can't.
What about Orixion?
Well, Orixion can obviously pass.
Can they attack you? Oh no, because they can't enter the zone.
Yeah, exactly.
Got you. Well, he's not really walls, because this is just a big open crematorium. There's not really, the walls aren't really there, but
Yeah, but I can only defend
you can defend the
side.
zone, yeah.
But I can only defend it from. I can say I'm defending the zone, but I don't want it to be like a 360 thing, right? So I'm defending an area.
Yes, you're defending in a cone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. 90 degrees. That's fine. Yeah, in the direction of these other ones who exploded. Okay, is that the end of your turn?
It is at the end of my turn because of action mountain stance and metal.
Then it is Zuriel's turn.
Zuriel charges up his Thunder Ferule, and probably a thing, and launches an arcane bolt over to these freshly spawned demon beasts. And he shouts things like, "Back to whence you came, Neverborn!" And then casts Magic Missile.
Magic Missile.
So I'm just gonna give it the old metal boosty woosty.
Boosty woosty.
So
Not
that
too shabby.
is okay. It's gonna be
5.
yes. It's 5. Then the 6 counts for 2 and a +1. So it's going to be effectively 7 successes. So it's going to be 6 damage on the fatty.
Okay.
He's not in the room. Oh, there's loads of them. What happened?
Were you not even looking?
What have you been doing, eh? Eh? Yeah? Shopping for new shoes, yeah?
Twitter, just seeing what Laura Kunzberg's saying about fucking Boris Johnson.
Well,
We don't want to know.
You'll be first on the Nurgle chomping lists for this this lack of investment.
Pit of Shades, jump on Twitter.
Point of order though. Boris Johnson, host of Nurgle, quite possible.
Could possibly, yeah.
Yeah,
Explain that.
And bears a certain resemblance to these beasts of Nurgle. I'm not going to lie.
he's definitely a cultist.
So yes, that's the damages, but also because of the exploding bolts,
Yeah.
the surrounding Nurglings take half damage.
Yes, they're toast. As you scorch the big guy, and he's like, and then all the bolts explode off and hit the Nurglings.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like how you've turned your lightning bolts into your bolter gun from the last campaign. Every single add-on and battle whistle.
Yeah, it's.
Not that
I haven't had time to craft any new and interesting spells in a while. Maybe I'll craft another cool one for the end game.
That's true. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of his turn.
Cool. So then it is initiative for Molasses and Orixion.
Well, the big boy in this room, the one of many,
Yeah.
crashes to the earth and takes a whopping 1 damage. Is he dead?
No.
Close. But he must make a DN4S mind test. I'll be frightened of me for 1 day.
The
one
whole day.
So,
Who are you supposed to be pit shading?
the big guy in this room he got pit shaded. He's back now. But
So what is it? Sorry,
yes,
mind.
a 4-3 mind determination test.
One does more as well, right?
And he can't pass that on it, unfortunately.
Well, he's scared of me now, which is
Okay.
hilarious. What does that mean? He's susceptible to something.
It has to move. Can't move closer to you. And what was the other one?
Has to give you his lunch money.
Yeah.
He must.
They roll one last die for all tests. If you're in line of sight.
That's good. It's pretty cool. Well, I don't know. I'm going to keep up some momentum here. Do we know what happens to the big guys if they die?
Well, we
yet.
haven't never seen one before. Oh no.
They blow up as well, do they? Well, Orixion seems like he's in trouble, isn't he?
I mean, if these guys explode, they will be affecting the zone because they're a lot
I
bigger.
just feel like I should say that this guy was also affected by the spell, so he should be coming back now as well.
No, he was 2 successes. He's for 2 rounds. I got 2
Oh,
successes.
2 rounds.
So it's-
Ah.
Yes. It scales up based on how many successes you get. So.
I thought it was just damage. Okay.
Okay. Well, I will, because I don't like throwing myself into danger. Are there any shadows in this room that I can shadow step into?
Yes, there are lots of. Apart from where the forge is, this room is quite dark.
Great. And as far as we know, is Orixion in splatter range of any little guys?
I'd say probably on this side. He's probably within splatter range.
Of how many?
I'd say all 4. These are all like together.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Well, then what I do is I use my movement to shadow step into this room. I roll a stealth test, so I'm still in stealth. It's a free action.
Mm-hmm.
It's not great.
Oh.
For fuck's sakes, what is going on today?
Well, you get 2 because of your focus point.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what the what would I need to do to succeed? I guess. What's that awareness of those?
Yeah. The natural awareness is only 1, so you're fine with 2.
Great. So I'm in stealth. Wonderful. And then I cast. I use 1. I'll cast. Just to be nice, I will cast. And I've not used it yet. I'll cast Mystic Shield on Orixion.
Don't even know you had that.
Where's the base? Everyone with spell, isn't there? Everyone gets Arcane Bolt and Mystic Shield.
Universal spell.
Yeah. I've never used it. Target 5-1. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. We'll go for a 5-1. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a little 5-1. Here we go. Submit. Good. It's a success. With 3 successes.
All right.
Nice.
I guess. Does what?
Be 3 turns.
Great. Which is 1 step for 3 turns. Wonderful. And then I cast. Here's another metal. Cloud Asphyxiation. Crown Asphyxiation. Here we go. Brilliant. Lovely. Another spell check here. Another.
You know that defense is not going to help him
Why not?
because it just deals direct damage.
What do you mean?
It ignores armor.
When they
Well,
they ignore armor.
it's fine. I don't think no one's going to die from this spell anyway. It's fine. Doesn't do that much damage.
It's the thought that counts.
This is the chip damage spell. This one is. Unless I roll really, really well, which let's be honest, today I've not been rolling well, so I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it at all. See, it's fine.
Not my character,
It's just 2 successes.
but I'd
So-
turn him, would you?
Every enemy in the zone takes 2 damage.
All right. So these 4
Ignoring
Nurglings explode.
Oh, for fuck's sake! What do you mean?
They're very
Take
weak.
2
Did you not
damage.
see this coming?
They must have more than 2 health.
They have 1, I think.
Yeah, they
Well-
do.
Why are they even here?
Well, now you're gonna see why, because Orixion is gonna go down into the ground.
He's fine. I
with the
put a
rest of
shield
them.
on him. I did everything good.
Orixion takes 4 damage,
That's fine.
4 mortal wounds.
What?
Well, I'm just saying
Wait,
it ignores armor.
4. Wasn't there 8?
But I said only these were at close range.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Even so.
He's fine. And then their defense, the 2 big guys, his defense has gone down a step as well. Till the
Cool.
next turn.
So what symbol am I using for them? Okay.
I know, it was very successful. I'm glad my shield was of great use.
Yep.
I'm sure Orixion is very thrilled also.
But at least he's free now to stab.
There you
He's
go.
free now to go into whichever room he likes and stab.
Just as I planned.
Pop those pinatas. What's inside? Who knows?
Well, I guess the thing is he wants to use his unstoppable force, so he wants to actually go somewhere and make a charge move. So, is there a minimum distance on making a charge?
I think you have to do at
Next
least
round.
1 movement, right?
You charge this way and unstoppable force into this guy.
I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say yes or no because I honestly don't know.
Let me
I
just
thought it
double
was
check.
from one zone to the next, but maybe I was wrong.
Actually, it just says +1 dice for your attack, defense is reduced 1 step. So that's the trade-off.
On a
It's
charge.
like all-out attack from
Oh,
Wang.
Yeah, fair enough. He doesn't really want to stay in here and die, but also doesn't want to leave Molasses to die, even though she just betrayed him horribly.
I'm fine. I'm in shadow. He doesn't even know I'm here.
Looking
Barry?
around and seeing no allies in the room, Orixion floats over into this room at pace.
I mean, the
charges.
giant cloud of black smoke probably gave him away.
So Orixion does his special charge. Is he within a... Oh wait, no, he's got an ally within close range, so never mind. So his new duelist trait doesn't come into effect. So we make a attack. That's what we do. Right, charges with Starblade. Has so defense is reduced by 2 of his opponent.
Okay.
Is its defense now?
So his defense was average to start with.
It is now poor.
Oh, yes.
It was taken down 1 step. Remember, because of something.
Yeah, so it's only poor.
It's actually down
No,
3 steps.
the ones in my room are
okay.
down a step. He was afraid of me, but he can't see me anymore, so I don't think my fear has any impact on him.
Yeah.
No, but there was something that reduces.
There were 2 effects
Yeah.
on. Well, no, on this room, he's been light of Sigmar'd by
Yeah.
thingy. Anyway, it doesn't matter because it can only go down to poor.
Yeah.
So DN is 2 because we're 2 steps above. So DN 2 for charging. Ooh. Right, well that is 7 successes. So that's 8 damage.
How does Orixion pop this beast who's just fallen out of a pit of shades?
I feel like he charges sort of sword first straight into the maw. And somehow avoids sort of getting his head in it. Sort of charges it with his sword and like swing. And guts go everywhere, but hopefully not the type that actually injure him.
Well, you're lucky that you're flying because there's toxic slime right under it.
Oh, and I should also say I remembered that this one over here should have taken an extra damage from Zuriel because of his hatred of demons.
Noted. Okay, then it is the turn of the beasts of Nurgle. So they will try and lumber into this room. Carrich. So what do I need to roll?
Opposed might test, I think, but let me confirm 1 second. I thought you knew.
Opposed might sounds right.
Yeah, I think it's an opposed might test, but I'm gonna check if you give me a second.
Well, they do
Wait.
say might is right.
If anyone else gonna help, just in case I don't find it immediately, that'll be very helpful. Thank you.
I'm looking at the might of the beast of Nurgle.
Right, so when you take this action, no, not to choose an ally. You can also use your action to defend the zone you're occupying. When you do so, you block, guard, or otherwise impede entry to the zone, such as blocking a doorway or guarding the perimeter. Any creature attempting to enter the zone must use an action to make a body, might, or reflexes test, opposed by your body, might. So there's that.
Okay.
On a failure, the creature is barred from entering your zone. On a success, you are pushed aside, and the creature can enter the zone. Allies can use the help action to assist in defending the zone, granting plus 1d6 to the test per assistance, and 1d6 per level of training in might the ally has.
Well, they'd have 6 dice with might, because they're mighty big boys. So
Okay then.
we'll see how it goes. Not good.
Let's see how it goes. Very good. So bounce back.
And the other one,
You shall. Maybe he
just
might
2 this time. Wait, why is it DN2?
Just
Why-
doing that. I'm just doing that just so that I have like just anything. Doesn't make a difference. I'm still looking at the
Oh right,
results
okay.
themselves. Because I have to have at the end if I have to click on my.
Yeah, it's normally 4 by the way, just for opposed tests, but yeah, that's you managed to stop them, but this one will manage to
Ah, come on now.
pant
I
over,
can't do everything now, can I?
just pants into the room and sees Zuriel.
Wait, maybe I can stop it because of my lunge. 1 second.
Oh.
Because I do have, yeah. So you leap, lunge, and use the length of your body to strike enemies outside your reach, as long as you are not restrained or prone. Melee weapons you wield gain the reach trait if they do not already have it. Your enemies pay for every inch they encroach upon you. Once per round, you can use a free action to immediately make a melee attack against an enemy when it moves into close range of you. Alternatively, if you are wielding a weapon with the reach trait, you can use this talent to make a melee attack against an enemy when it enters your zone.
Very well.
So
Yeah, Valentine
You're
is
gonna get hit.
am I right?
So what's your defense, please?
Average.
Average.
I'll build an encounter where it's like gantries with lots of heavy bolters on. That went work quite well, actually.
That did work quite well. That was painful. It was good though.
That was how we brought down Dezek.
Good times.
Right. So DN is 3. I'm not gonna use. Actually, no. I think I
So
will
happy you
use
just
battle
have a
rage.
gun in that.
Can I use battle rage if it's like a normal? If it's a free action, or is it just a normal attack?
Can you use what? Sorry.
So this is a free action, right? This is a free attack that I'm having, that I'm making. So can I use an ability, or does it just have to be a normal attack?
What's the word? You could attack as a free action.
Yeah.
Then I think it applies the rules of any attack.
Okay, cool. So in that case, so right now my defense is extraordinary. I will use 2 steps of that. I'll use battle rage. I'll reduce it by 2 steps, and increase my melee by 2 steps.
I think he's dead.
Yeah.
I think he's dead.
I mean, can I roll?
Just save us.
Actually, no, just
30
1 step, 'cause
seconds.
it'll be, yeah, 1 step should be enough. Yeah, just 1 step.
You can roll.
Yeah, roll.
But I'm deleting it. Oh, actually, no.
Oh, okay, you roll. Shall I roll or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the funsies.
So I can use my focus to increase that to 5 successes, but 7 damage.
Yeah.
Crushing and 2-handed.
I just like how you just like pivot around, and then in a massive rage, you just swing the hammer as it lumbers into the room.
Yeah, pretty much.
Completely
Something like that.
splatting it. Cool. So as these ones die, and those ones are kind of running around the room inside, both of these zones are now major hazards. So everyone
Major, you say?
major, I say. So at the start of your turn, you will take 3 damage. Ignore it.
Wait, what?
Oh, come on!
Does the Mystic
No
Shield
way
have...
to avoid it.
It's a hazard.
What? I tried my best. I'm sorry, Milo.
Why is the zone I'm in a major hazard? No one's
It's
big
not.
died in here.
It's not when they.
They're-
It's not when they die. It's the slime they leave behind. So as they're running around, all the floors getting covered in this slime.
I don't think I'm standing in slime, as I've been standing
You
still.
don't have to stand in it to take that.
This
They're
week
standing
on
right next to
Mikey
you.
doesn't want the rules to affect him.
I just like it to make sense in the context of the universe. That's all I want.
I
You're
like it to
saying
make
it's
sense
human.
in the context of the mechanics.
You're saying that the slime is just because it's present is making this gear obnoxious to use that kind
Exactly.
of filled.
And also, it's standing right next to you as well. Like it could have been, as it's been shoved back by Carrich. It could have,
That's fine. Does a big old fart. That's fine.
I mean, this is theatre of the mind. We wouldn't be having this conversation.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
So it's Nurglings. This Nurgling finally falls out the pit. Oh no, it's the beginning of your turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then this one.
He's confused when he returns.
This one will just keep scrabbling on Carrick's armor, not doing anything. Because I like the image. Maybe they see Ari popping out of one of your sleeves,
No.
and they start going trying to grab it to corrupt it. They want to corrupt it 'cause she's so pure.
They will never get there.
So start of the battle round. It's Carrick.
It is Carrich, isn't it? Okay. So
When he's
I
not
think
doing
my-
free actions on other people's turns.
Ah, that was it. He was the returns.
so my defense is currently. What is it? Is it great? I think it's just great right now because I haven't.
You reduced it by 1, didn't you, or something?
Yeah, but that's over now because it's my turn again. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, it's great for now because then obviously people when they attack me, my defense will be up because of their lower initiative, whatever. So what I will do is I will still use Battle Rage. I'll reduce it by 2 steps, which would put me at average for now, but that's completely okay. No, actually, again, I don't have to. Just 1 step because I can still. It's at the end too if they're. Yeah, okay. So just 1 step. So it's good. It'll be great afterwards. And first attack, I'll hit this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping I'll kill him. So for metal, I'll attack the other guy. So let's see.
Yeah, you don't have to declare all of your attacks. You can still. What's that? That's 5, 7 again.
I haven't attacked yet.
Oh, am I looking at the last one?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, well, there you go. It's 7 again. So that's 1.
Yeah, you managed to pop this one as well.
The next one. Again.
You pop that one as well as sort of push them back while they're asphyxiated. You can just start hammering into them. Wow, did you just kill all 4 beasts of Nurgle?
Orixion killed.
Oh yeah, Orixion managed to get one.
Fair enough.
That's the end of my turn.
Zuriel then.
Great. At the start of my turn.
Oh, I also have to take 2 damage, right?
Magical 3 damage.
Oh yeah, 3 damage.
Of that.
Ignoring armor, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
hazard.
Zuriel walks into. Is this room hazardous?
No, because it didn't spend a turn. It didn't. Did it start a turn in there?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it started a turn in there. So
only the turn on which it spawned.
Correct. Yeah, I think it's fine.
It better be.
Well, you kill the Nurgle, you'll end the fight. You can get out of there.
Yes. Well, he's going to kill this Nurgling here with a bolt of the arcane variety. Just
That
a regular
one-
nod.
That one is in the Pit of Shades still.
Well, I'm afraid this one's just going to have to die because Carrick's not moved away from it yet. So
That's fine.
just sling a bolt at that one,
Mm-hmm.
and it's dead.
It's toast.
It's super dead. I'm not doing the numbers.
I'll take 1 more
And that's
damage.
it.
Cool, and then Orixion.
Oh, actually, tell you what, he's also going to cast Healing Light. Actually, should have done this before he moved zones. Oh well, he'll do it again later.
Cool, so Orixion.
So I gain 2 toughness back.
You might as well be Molasses turn, right? So the creature come back and we can finish it.
Yeah, sure. So you take your 3 damage.
We'll just say that character didn't see you heal yourself and not him after him saving you. Let's just say that he didn't see that.
Yeah, it was just a structural issue.
It's down to 6. Great, and I cast Arcane Bomb.
Cool.
And I assume it dies because it needs 1 hit.
Yes. God, I didn't
I'll
even
take
get
1
to
damage.
attack with any of
Yeah,
the
that was a
beasts
bit
and Nurgle.
ridiculous.
Nice crowd control, yo.
So Orixion and I take 1 more damage, I'm guessing, because of that little shit.
He wasn't
Wait.
in combat.
What do you mean he wasn't in combat? It's close range, right?
But he fell out of the sky, so.
Was he nearby? I. To be fair, yeah, he was in this melee over here. So yeah, Orixion and
That's
Carrich
alright.
take another point.
I thought we said. I'm so confused. He can't land from a pit back into combat, can he? Oh, I don't care anymore.
But he has
He's
to
in-
land
he's in-
somewhere,
he's
right?
in-
He already started.
I can't keep up with the Nurgles. It's not.
Where's he going to land if not where he started?
But they've moved. They don't move. They've just plump themselves down.
Carrick's not moved at all.
Fools!
I literally didn't move all game. Well, no, actually, that's a lie. I moved a little bit to the top just to defend the doorway or perimeter.
Yeah. Yes. Cool. So, the whole room is covered in goop and pus and horrible stuff. The bodies of the two workers, which were sort of became chew toys for the beasts of Nurgle, lie dead by their furnace.
Yeah, I suspect that I did. Wait, wasn't there supposed to be the other guy with us?
Theriel Kaltis.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah. I mean, he could join the fight if he wanted, but
No, I'm just asking just because I just wanted to see if you're going to say he's not there anymore.
You see a boat sailing away as you get surrounded by beasts of Nurgle.
My head feels so light. Wait, where's my hat?
Yeah, as you were using all of your free actions on the chaos demons, he came in and stole your hat again.
At least I still have Ari.
Oh, can you imagine if he stole her? That would be
Oh,
even I wouldn't expect you not to kill him after that. Cool. So yeah, I think Theriel and Sulamik come out from where they were, sort of survey the scene. I say that was quite fortunate that we brought you folk along, but I can't seem to see where the Free Guild captain went. But Zuriel, you see with your mighty natural awareness of a 3.
I have a natural awareness of 3 as well, just saying.
You're not the awareness guy, you're the flagging guy.
Well, apparently not.
You're the yeah, is that illusionist? Yeah, fine then. Both of you. Oh yeah, because you both spotted the Skaven, didn't you?
Yes, thank you.
Do I see anything extra with my witch sight?
It's just like a bright white light. All this like chaos slime everywhere.
Can't see anything.
Yeah. You managed to spot in the corner of the room some of the corpses that have exploded, kind of moved around, and now they've uncovered a trapdoor in the floor.
A trap door. Golly.
How... I don't know what word is. Classic, isn't it?
Well, all the indications are that we've come to the right place.
Indeed, Master Stormcast. I think that Captain Elnira must have gone down there.
Thanks for all your help in that fight, by the way. You were very helpful. Pointless individual.
There was a mighty battle going on outside that you failed to see. One for the stories.
Yes. A trapdoor, you say?
Kaltis, why don't you head on down there first, and in case there's any sweet talking to be done when you get down there.
He looks at you and goes, well, you see, I could do, but you see, I just had my cloak steamed. I don't want to get any sort of pus on it or anything like that. You'll have nice shiny armor that has the light of Sigmar coming out of it. I believe you should probably go first.
I flick some pus at his cloak.
Well, I would normally be inclined to agree, brave sea captain. I really do think it's in your best interests to get down there, lest your cloak be covered in all sorts of grime, pus, and it may have to go into the furnace, you see.
Please actually do that, Molasses. Please actually.
Oh, I did, yes. Or I just sneakily swiped, like, wiped.
Yeah.
Do I roll a stealth check?
Uh,
Stealth check for pass.
mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll roll a stealth check for pass. There we go. What's his passive awareness? 20.
If unclear, this was an intimidation attempt.
Oh.
Okay. His natural awareness is 3.
Easy peasy. There you go, smashed it. I wipe some pus on the back of his cloak. He doesn't even know.
Nice.
Got him.
Not on his Carnosaur cloak.
On his what?
Carnosaur cloak.
Isn't the Carnosaur like one of those dinosaurs?
It's that big dinosaur that you fought in the jungle, yeah. Orixion tried to ride. Zuriel, you're intimidating?
I am.
You're intimating?
Mm-hmm.
I am threatening this pesky sea captain with being beaten around the slime if he doesn't get down there first, because I don't trust him.
Get slimed.
Now I just need to figure out what I have to roll, because of my new talent makes all the dice things funny. Alright, so it's going to be...
Okay.
I'm going to roll it as an intuition test, because I get to use my mind instead, and it's just going to make it easier.
Mm-hmm.
Is it an opposed test, or do I need a DN?
It will probably be opposed to his determination.
Okay. Okay. Have that. And then I've got 2 focus points to use as well then.
Okay.
So... Call it 8 successes on intimidation.
Okay. Damn.
Well, he can't pass that. He's only got a 6 in determination. No, less 'cause it's soul, so 5. So he says, very well, I shall go first. After all great men do.
You are indeed a great and gracious man, and by bravely going down this trapdoor first, know that I will have just a modicum of additional trust in you.
Well, that's what we like to hear. And he sort of gingerly pulls open the trapdoor, like, try not to touch it too much, and then immediately like covers his mouth like this. He's like, Sulamek, where'd you go? Where do you go first? Sulamek rolls his eyes and then drops down into the trapdoor, and then Kaltis goes in afterwards. And you can hear Kaltis go, by Sigmar's balls! What horror is this?
Zuriel will follow him down, and flinch slightly at the cursing. Sigmar's balls.
The holiest of balls.
So I just love how in all Warhammer writing they've just got a bunch of different ways. In the Khaine books, it's always like Emperor's ass.
Yeah.
Or by the Emperor's bloody bowels.
Yeah. Was it like? Oh no, it's boring, but it's a good one. But by the throne, it's always a good one.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
By the throne.
John
I like
Banks doing his by the throne. Who else follows down the trapdoor?
Well, Carrich does.
Okay.
I'll follow Carrich. Bravely.
Okay. A hideous sight awaits you as you go through the trapdoor. As you look around you, you can see what seems to be some sort of disgusting Nurgle laboratory. There are decanters filled with decaying limbs, and vermin crowd the tables. While an arcane circle made of dried yellow-green pus sits in the centre of the room. Half a dozen corpses hang like butchered pigs from hooks attached to the ceiling, most of them split sternum to navel, insides crawling with maggots. And as you look at the bodies, you recognise them as, well, 4 of them at least, as the 4 people who you have been observing these last couple of days. And in fact, one of them coughs weakly, and you see it's Captain Jamie L. Nira.
It's a little bit of an interesting coincidence.
And he starts speaking feebly to you, and he says, "Please, please, no more gifts. No, I don't want it. Don't make me." You can see one of his eyes is necrotizing into black jelly in its socket.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie.
I hate Nurgle so much.
It's so gross.
The only thing inside this basement which is not gross is there are barrels of crystal clear Aqua Nurglis that line the walls of the room. And spheres of it are scattered in the filth. And it's a fair fortune's worth of Aqua Nurglis.
Oh, it's so terrible what's happening to Jamie. Oop. Oh, what an awful thing to happen. Fill my pockets.
How much does the sphere contain?
What is it, like 10 drops or something?
Yeah, I'll take a sphere.
Well, hold up. When
I
we were
think
back
it
in the...
might be 100 because a file is 10, I think.
Oh, the little, yeah.
I don't know which way around this is going, but when we were back in the cradle, there was smashed glass of Aqua Nurglis near where all the cradle was. I don't know if that was some kind of clue that where it came from was somewhere that was rich in Aqua Nurglis, or if maybe the Aqua Nurglis is not good.
What?
When we found the cradle...
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
In that situation was that he had attempted to consume some Aqua Nurglis to heal himself.
Yeah, but
At
he
least that
didn't
was the
manage.
suggestion.
I mean, you could be right, obviously.
In theory, that could also
Are there any visible vials that I can?
They might be poisoning the Aqua Nurglis. That might be how they're doing things. Oh.
I mean, yeah, again, you could be completely right.
Very possible.
But Olly, are there any vials, empty or full, that I could use?
Yeah, there probably is.
Okay, so if it's full, I'll just take a vial. If it's empty, then I'll fill it. I just need a vial. I don't need a lot. I had a lot, so I don't want a lot.
Okay, you take a file.
Thank you.
A file.
So I can increase my drops by 10.
Molasses, roll me a intuition check.
Yes. It's not going to go well. A DM?
3.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay, so I'm assuming Molasses was thinking what you thought about Aqua Nurglis.
Yes.
Perhaps you recall how all of the people with recent cuts and injuries were more susceptible to the burstings around their wounds
You're actually right.
Potentially because they were
using
consuming
Aqua Nurglis.
Aqua Nurglis, and also potentially because they were fighting within Blackscale Coil establishments, which were ground zeros for the spreading of the disease.
It's all coming together, and also,
Interesting.
but also other stuff that was important was that many patients were suffering, and there was the kind of loan. Blackscale Core were taking loans out for the whole Aqua Nurglis thing as well. So something, yes, quite shifty. So they're kind of also, what are they doing? They're also getting people to get lots of Aqua Nurglis, or they were hiking up the price on it, and then it was also killing them. This is devious. This is, my God, this goes all the way to the top. So yeah, it looks like they've been basically getting people to take out loans from Blackscale Coil to get Aqua Nurglis, but Aqua Nurglis has also been poisoning them. My God, it's genius.
This is the bad place moment.
Yeah, kind of is. Well, it's not really a shock that Blackscale Coil are baddies.
This is the plot premise of the Division.
I was going to say not too far off actually. Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Where they
not
poison
quite,
money.
but yeah, kind of. Yeah. But also, it's just a weird concept of what the money is also aspirin, which is also kind of weird. But hey,
Yeah, but money is aspirin for the soul.
this is true.
So I've heard.
Really?
It is. You exchange it for Warhammer.
Yeah.
So what this feeble captain? Is he still murmuring at us?
Yeah. I mean, I think Orixion would do a peruse of his body like he likes to do.
He would. He sure would. He'd get his little medikit out and inspect things with a magnifying glass and and have a little look at him because he's a medic,
Yes. He looks like really closely inside like his maggot hole in his belly, and it's like, this man is not long for this world.
I think this man is sick.
Yes, he ails.
Orixion probably would stride up to him and say, "There shall be one more gift for you. I shall grant you the gift of peace if you tell us everything that has been happening here."
He just like keeps murmuring about not wanting any more gifts. He's like delirious with fever. I think Orixion would know that he's from what you've seen before, he's in like late stages of Nurgle's rot, which is the thing that turns people into plague bearers. That you saw, I think. You see it from the guy who came out of the jungle, I think.
Yes, we did.
Yep.
I think I would. It's just him, and there's no other enemies.
No, there is a tunnel that's been a tunnel that has been tunneled into the wall that goes.
A tunnel that's been tunneled? You're fucking kidding me.
What's the verb to make a tunnel?
To tunnel.
Burrow?
Dig, I guess.
To burrow.
Tunneling is a
Dig a
word.
tunnel. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with what he said. It's actually incredibly correct. It just is a very funny.
Yeah,
I
step off.
The tunnel has been tunneled.
Step off, Grammarly.
Step off, mate. Well, we haven't really figured out like a thing for this yet, but Molasses will do a mercy kill.
Molasses will do a mercy kill.
Yeah. Well,
Molasses.
partly for her, partly for just don't want to spawn more demons. A quick, deft little step up and I slit his throat.
I like to think.
For real,
The knife the Kernoff knife just flashes past Orixion and.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
He's down. There's no variety. There's nothing left to do here.
Hey, I was going to do that.
He was going to tell me everything.
I had him
He was
right.
about to unburden himself.
I had him right where I wanted
Just
him.
now, his burden is truly ended.
Yeah, all his maggots writhe away. I was going to say they drop out, but they probably prefer it if he was dead. Anyway.
Well.
Yes. So all that's left to do, obviously, next session, you can start to follow the old tunnel, and it's our favourite mechanic where we get to pick a point guard, rear guard, and navigator
Yay!
for all that survival that you
really
guys
like
got.
this mechanic.
There is a tunnel that has been followed.
It's fun because no matter what role we put Molasses in,
It won't work.
it won't work.
Because it's never spellcasting, weapon damage, or stealth. Stealth, I mean, stealth I feel like should be used. It might be stealth, you never know.
It might be.
It might be.
Might be.
I, for one, hope that it is crafting, beast handling, and
Theology.
maybe like lore.
Law,
That'd be
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if we've got a point of lore between us.
Actually, body would be worse for me, so it'd be like ballistic skill or might. Well, we've got some mighty people, haven't we?
Yeah.
Fortitude.
Fortitude.
Entertain.
Cool. Well, more gross Nurgle shit.
Love
Gotta
it.
love it.
Yeah. Luckily, the tunnel isn't an intestine, like in your mission.
Yeah,
Thank
this
you.
is a pretty chill tunnel. By
Wouldn't want to be
Nurgle
derivative, would
standards.
we?
Oh, that tunnel.
Yeah, and you may have read about a Nurgling made tunnel in that book. Is it Stormvault?
I don't remember now.
The
I
maggot
remember
kin.
there being lots of. Yeah, I remember there being lots of Nurgly bits, but I don't remember a tunnel.
The maggot kin to get into the city through a tunnel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gross little bastards.
Yeah. That set of 4 adventures, by the way, that in for Wang, that's on Foundry now.
Is it?
What's that, sorry?
If we ever wanted to play any of the others.
Interesting. I think that could be fun.
Mm.
I wonder what I'd play. Can't really go from playing this to playing a Space Marine. There are lots of cool classes.
My name is Zurielos, chapter master of the Absolvers.
That would work. I'm sold. You've sold me. Fine, I'll play a Space Marine. I mean, we just paint Space Marines gold. Call them Sigmarines. Fine.
Yep.
Sigmarines. It's pretty cool.
Don't worry, I didn't come up with that.
I wasn't worried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right then, chaps. So we're not on for next week because I'm on holiday.
Oh yes.
I'm
Are you going to have a lovely time?
I'm going to Wales, to
Wait,
Pembrokeshire, which I was doing my research, and it seems like a really, really nice place. I was like,
Pembrokeshire is incredible, yes.
I was like, I haven't even been yet, and I want to go again because there's like another part of it where there was loads of things that said were really good. So
yeah, it's honestly. I've got onto my map. Where did we go? Where was that? Newgale. I've got a note in Newgale, and I don't know what I did there. Was that someone got married? Maybe did someone get married there? It's a fantastic. Yeah, the Pembrokeshire is